Okay, Jill, this is a video to show how I would process your art and how we would, I guess, like to receive the art. So I'm going to open your file that you just sent. Take a look. Okay, so already I see you have a shape here that is obviously your die line, which is fine, but I'm going to show you how, I think if you send it the way that and how we end up here, I think it'll make a lot more sense and we shouldn't have any problems. So basically, just if you can send the artwork pretty much how you want it, how you want to receive it, just with it masked or cropped and with a little bit of bleed or whatever. If you want that, that's fine. So the way I would do that would be this way. First of all, I'm going to get rid of these little registration marks, and I'm going to use your die to kind of make a clipping path, which I'm going to copy to the clipboard. As you can see, there it is. And if you wanted to bleed, we could just, put a 1/4 of an inch or, an 1/8 of an inch or whatever. Just expand it. Let's just do that. Let's just do an 1/8 of an inch just for, just in case that's what you wanted. Okay, so let's get rid of this. The original ones is still there. Okay, now there's the artwork, and I have the shape on the clipboard, and we're going to just paste that in there and do a mask for it. So the first thing I would do is convert all these spot colors to CMYK. So that's one thing you can do if you it's better, I think, to do it before the press gets a hold of it, because the press can do different things with the colors that maybe we wouldn't like. Okay, so I'll take this and group it. I'm just going to paste back that expanded shape that you had in there, and I'm just going to make a mask by doing the clipping mask. Have them both selected, and there we go. So we have that. This will center in our template because it's it's got the mask, so that'll make it a lot easier. And normally what I would do at this point would be to make a white layer. So I would create a new layer. I'm going to paste back in that shape, and I'm going to pull it in just a smidge, negative, like a 1/4 of a point, and then fill that with our spot white, which is Pantone 100U. Make sure it overprints, and as you can see, your artwork's under there, and it's trapped pretty nicely, so that won't peek out. Okay, so now I'm going to make a proof with this. I'm actually going to turn the white off just for now, just so that we can see it in the template. So I'm going to save this, just kind of save it into working area. Now we use Cork Express to send this stuff to press, so what I'm going to do now is, this is the template that we have for you, and basically the art will just center in this 5x3 window. So this is where I guess we get into trouble, because we basically just center everything. That's how we try to work. So it's just take the art, clip it, center it, and it works. Usually, unless there's some miscommunication, which I think is what's happening here. So, but I'm going to go ahead and put your art that I just created, put it in there and center it. And we would then kind of check the orientation. Now this one seems like an ambiguous orientation, because you have the top artwork is facing one way and the bottom bit of it is sort of facing the other. So it could be really an orientation 6 or an orientation 8. It's the way the arrow and where the eye mark and that kind of thing. But there's no text on the item, so that makes it a little trickier to kind of determine what the orientation is, because we go by reading. Like if there's a word there, we would say, oh, okay, the title is reading this way, or is reading this way, and that would determine the orientation. So that's basically it. So once we did this, we would create a PDF proof. You would have your eye mark location, the arrow to show you the film direction, and your art should be centered. And I think this would work. So I'm going to go ahead and send this to you as a proof, and then also include this link to the video, which will be on YouTube. We have a little site there to kind of just to make things easier, just to kind of have visual representations of this stuff. So, but I'm going to do that now. So thanks.